Yeah, hi, Thursday 21st, summer equinox, and this morning you could see it was shaping up to be a nice day, but you could see that they were using the frequencies to try and make more artificial clouds, but it wasn't working because there wasn't enough crap up in the air. Yeah, so what happens? Yeah, a bit later on, here come the chemtrail fleets and spraying up the sky with shit. They're just everywhere. They're out everywhere today. You know, I looked away, you know, just for 2 hours, and I looked again out the window, and bam, it's covered. Just lines everywhere. There's one in the act. This is ridiculous. This is, how can people just look? You can see the interference pattern, right, in that shite there. It's supposed to be a sunny day. It's the summer fucking equinox, for God's sake. And look what they're doing. They're trying to turn it overcast again. What the fuck? And people are just doing nothing. This is ridiculous. I'm just going to walk all the way to the sea, right? Almost there. This is absolutely bonkers, what's going on. Absolutely bonkers. They're turning summer into autumn. Every day, that's their plan. Whenever it clears up and there's not enough particulate in the atmosphere, all the chemtrail planes come out again. So yeah, look at that, it's ridiculous. They've done a, you know, like a hatch there, 2 lines and a line through it, made a hatch. This is absolutely mad. I don't know, you know. Okay, so obviously, you know, it's, you know, I was thinking it's going to be hot today and the next few days, but apparently not, because they've got control of the weather now. They've defeated nature. So yeah, I was wrong. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. Nature is lost. Nature is lost, and this is completely a complete rebellion against God. What's going on here? It's just, you can just see the lines everywhere. See, you don't see this. You don't see these planes, right? And you don't see these chemtrails, okay, all the time, right? It's not like you have increased air traffic or anything. It's nothing like that, okay? Sit there just dirtying up the whole sky. Look at that shit. It's just got complete cover. It's just being all fucked up. And no one gives a shit. There's another one going. There's another plane, another criminal, another murderer. The murderer is in the skies, blatantly just poisoning everyone. And nobody gives a fuck. They just carry on like normal. People should be on strike. People, you know, instead they just keep going to work like good little drones. Yeah, drones which, you know, fleshy drones which they don't even need you soon. They'll replace you with robots. This is what it's for. Absolutely bonkers. I can't believe it. That's going to be another year without summer. We're going to have another freezing winter as they continue doing this through autumn and winter. It's going to be -20 here. They're social Darwinists. Yeah. So anyone who can't, you know, is homeless or can't afford heating, yeah, you're gonna fucking drop. You're gonna die. Basically, you're gonna get sick and you're gonna die if you're not up to date taking all your supplements. You're not gonna get enough vitamin D. Yeah. And you're gonna die. Yeah, hi. Can you see all that? What's going up in the skies?
I haven't been looking, to be honest. I've been concentrating on this.
Oh, well, just have a look. Just have a look. Can you see that? Yes, but they're spraying us.
They're what?
They're spraying us. It's called geo-engineering.
Oh right, okay.
They're ruining our summer. Right. You know, it's supposed to be a sunny day today, but not in. You know, it's not going to take long, and it's going to be overcast again. See, it's in process. Okay. The news doesn't report it. Weather teams say keep quiet. You know, government doesn't tell you about it, but they're doing it.
Of course not, no.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
I always love the way when the clouds look as if they've been swept.
Well, that's interference pattern from frequencies.
But it's beautiful.
No, it's a crime what's going on. I don't know how you can say it's beautiful. It's supposed to be a nice blue, clear sky.
Yeah, but
you know,
there's not a lot we can do about it, is there?
No, there's not. Yeah, the bad guys have won. They're just taking. You know, it's not just here; it's the whole world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in places like Florida and California, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it.
Yeah. Anyway, have a nice day.
And you.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to walk to the sea there and film a bit more and then end the video. Okay. This is crazy. And you know, I just spoke to an old lady and you know, she's, I don't know, she probably has only 5 years left if she's lucky. Looks very old. It's 80 easily. Still walking around though, so still got her fitness. Yeah. But she's right though, there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about this. It's just got, you know, the criminal government geo-engineering our summer away. Good. Hi. Hiya. Enjoy the sun. It's going to be overcast again soon.
Oh, thanks, cutie Charlie.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it. Look. It's...
All right, you don't need to tell us with it. Basking in the sunshine and pretending it's going to last. Don't burst our bubble.
You don't want to know. Okay, all right. See, people don't want to know. Did you hear that? I just tried to tell a couple of women, yeah, what's happening. Yeah. And they just said they don't want to know. See? So, okay, that's the mentality. We don't want to know. Just don't burst our bubble. Did you heard it? Straight right from the horse's mouth. Yeah, absolutely bonkers. Yeah, they say don't burst our bubble. We're going to have positive thoughts. Yeah, we're just going to have positive thoughts, and which won't do anything. It won't have any effect. You know, having positive thoughts and you know trying to maintain your, you know, your tunnel vision reality bubble that everything's okay. It's not going to help. Things are going to get worse. As you know, something needs to be done. Is there anyone in the military who's against this, high up, or are you just all possessed devils? You know, that's what it comes down to. That's why I need God to intervene now, because all the people in power are just devils. Yeah, hello. Hi. Yeah. And imagine that calling the interference pattern in the clouds beautiful. That really irks me. How could you call a man-made monstrosity beautiful? Alright, so that's it. Humanity is done. Right? Okay, I wish I were dead now, you know. Okay, and yeah, you know, you will be too soon. It's disgusting. I'm just going to end the video here, it's getting a bit too long. But there's the record of the day, and he had a little bit of interaction with people today, and they don't care. And that's about the state of affairs. People don't care. They don't care we're being poisoned. Yeah, so I wish I were dead. Yeah, I don't want to live with devils and apathetic people anymore. Yeah, there's a great sickness taking root. Bye. Okay, it's 1:45 now, and there's no sign of them stopping. They're just continuing. And it's much. They've ruined the day. It's much cooler than it should be. It's ruined. They're just turning it back to spring. So instead of summer, you have spring. Messed up. This is the greatest crime ever. Yeah, these are the real terrorists. Yeah, spraying shit all day in our skies. That's terrorism. You shit governments, you're just all criminals. Just criminal government and corporations, fascist corporations. They're just Just doing what the fuck they want. Fuck everyone else. Fucking arseholes. Disgusting. Right, it's 10 to 3 PM on the summer solstice, same day of course. And look at all the crap that's in the sky. Yeah, and you know, it's windy now because after all the sun's bearing down on what they've sprayed, and that's creating pressure. Oh, there's another. Look, there's another one. So they're not stopping. You know, I guess they're not happy until they've turned it back to an overcast grey piece of shit again. You know, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's just madness. And this is not summer. This is like a spring. It's the height of summer, and they've geo-engineered it into the temperature down to spring levels. And of course they'll lie about the temperatures and what the averages should be. You know, you know, on all the records that they have, they just can manipulate those and just lie to you. Yeah, and I don't know what this. It doesn't look like aluminium particles. It looks like they're spraying powderized sand. Yeah, so that's going to come down, and everyone's car is going to be covered in dust. Right, whenever they do this, yeah, you'll see a fine layer of dust over everyone's car. Right, so look, you have chemtrail, right, and that plane's just a contrail, right? See, there's contrail, chemtrail, contrail, chemtrail. Okay, I have to say that because apparently people don't know the difference. Yeah. Contrail, chemtrail, contrail, chemtrail. Alright. And yeah, I think that'll be my last video for the day. There's no point continuing. Alright. You know, the bad guys have won in the world, and they hate the sun. Yeah. So, you know, yeah, there's like some series called The Strain, right? And they're basically vampires, right? And in the last sort of season of The Strain, the vampires they use nuclear devices to create, you know, like a nuclear winter, and the sun blocked out, of course, and it just all grey skies, and then the vampires walking around at all times of the day. Yeah. So that's what these people are. They're ginger vampires. Oh, they can't get tans. Right. Right, it's still going, Although of course it's just lingering. So this is sand spraying, I think. There's another one over there. I mean, how much more proof do people need? It's just muddied up the whole sky. Right, and okay, yeah, I mean, the temperature is pleasant, right? But these chemicals, they're having an effect on us, right? And the shame about all this is, having spring weather in summer is, yeah, why did I bother putting a pool out? Yeah, it's just not getting any use. Okay, it's going to be too cold. Okay, I was like, you know, summer solstice, you really should be expecting the hottest temperatures of the year. Alright? But, no. Yeah. I'll just end the video here. I'm just going to be waffling from here on out now. Okay, it's a bit further on now, 3:05. And as you can see, where the huge sand dust was sprayed up, right? If you can see, you can still see the standing wave, right, in the dust. And from that, yeah, it's combining with the humidity in the air, and voila, artificial clouds. So this is the first stage of turning it back into an overcast grey piece of shit. Yeah. These clouds are just forming right in front of my eyes. I'll stand up, sit, have a look around. Yeah. Should have been completely blue and clear. They're actually forming these clouds, which, yeah, I do concede they do look very natural, kind of. Well, but you know, in parts, but not when you can see the other parts, right? You can see that's just been ionized and fired through a frequency for it. And I mean, look at that frequency. It goes all the way. It's been blasted all the way, you know, from east to west. There's a huge standing wave. Right, so I don't know if any birds fly up there, and I'm not sure what will happen to them. They'll probably die, you know. Oh yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, there's a normal plane, low altitude flying, and no contrail, no chemtrail. Yeah, so you can't have both, my friends. Yeah, you can't have planes with no contrail or chemtrail, and then the chemtrail fleet alongside. You know. Right. I don't know if I'll make another development video. You know, it's a given that, you know, by tomorrow it'll be back to overcast grey. You know, because this is just going to continue now. It's just all through the rest of the day and evening, and all through the night. Yeah, and then there'll be a thick, multi-layered chemical smog. Yeah, you know, that's what they want. Right, and people don't want to know, you know. So people who don't want to know, and they don't want to even acknowledge it's a problem, it can never move to the next step, which is challenging this, right? And basically, it's virtually everyone is going to need to stand up together and challenge this, right? Okay, that's what it's going to take. Okay, otherwise it's just going to continue. Alright, and we're all going to have dementia early, as well as, you know, the sniffles and chemtrail flu. I've noticed it's not just me suffering. I've noticed other people, you know, they're suffering, but you know, they don't. People don't complain. People don't like to complain, and they don't like to hear complaining. Right? They just put up and shut up. Alright, or stiff upper lip or whatever. Yeah, pretending there's nothing wrong. There's no problem. And there's a massive problem. And the only reason it's gone on so long is because people have that attitude where, you know, they just don't want to believe things are real and happening on such a scale. And of course it's, you know, no one likes complaining, I guess. Yeah. Okay, another development video later if this progresses even worse, I suppose, if I can be bothered. Yeah, and if you look at it, the way it's going, the positioning of this standing wave dust, and plus the way the clouds, just as if by magic, yeah, all the clouds seem to be shifting right over, you know, the sun. Yeah, and you know, it's not magic, it's technology, right? This is geo-engineering, right? So over every, you know, every city and town, right? They'll do this. They'll just move clouds and all this crap they spray in front of the sun. Yeah, over every major populated area. Right. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's up to no good. They're still spraying. Yeah, well, that's all it takes, really. You know, just make a bunch of clouds over every town. You know, and position them in front of the sun. Yeah. And I suppose that one, any minute now, yeah, they'll start steering it using the atmospheric heater. It'll move into place over there, like in a queue. You can watch this all day. That's what happens. All the clouds take a position in a queue, right? Just to block the sun out, right? And you can see it especially emphasized on days where there are no, well, basically there'll be no other clouds anywhere, right? But there'll be, see, you know, see this where the standing wave is, right? There'll just be clouds, right, in a line, right? So just over every major population centre there'll be a line of a queue of clouds, right? Just waiting to get in the way of the sun. This is mad. Yeah, and I'm cold now. Yeah. What am I even doing in the garden with my shirt off? I shouldn't even bother. See? What the fuck did I put a pool in the garden for? It's gonna see no use at all, I think. Yeah. I was expecting at least a week past the summer solstice for a little bit of heat, you know, before. But no, apparently they don't even want to give us the summer solstice anymore. Yeah, like last year we had 5 days of the summer solstice of the actual summer, and the rest was a piece of shit. Just grey, overcast, and, you know, 90% cloudy and raining. Right? So it's much worse this year. I mean, last year was bad. Yeah, this is worse. You know, it's eventually going to get to the point when it's just grey and overcast every day. You'll get used to never seeing the sun. Yeah, that's their eventual plan. So you'll never see the sun ever again. You know, and people just go, "Don't burst my bubble. I'm trying to have a good time." And or, you know, there's people like that, and then there's you know, there'll be people getting drunk and, you know, worshipping their nonsense football teams, right? They'd rather do that than, you know, something positive. You can't just be positive. You can't just think positive. You've got to take positive actions. Okay? Well, obviously I can't do it alone. It's going to need everyone behind me, right? Because it's going to take, well, you know, like the 90% of people to stand up, right, to government and military and, you know, the rulers of this world. Otherwise, it's just nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna change. It's only gonna get worse. Yeah, I'm done. Right, I might just go in now. There's another one. Is that a chemtrail? Let's see. It's looking like it. Yeah. Right there. Just thought I'd end with a you know, a sky video. And so here we are at the end of the day now. It's all downhill from here, and they're still at it, chemtrailing the sky. You got the associated breezy day because of all the pressure of the sun bearing down over the crap that they sprayed. You can see it's more prevalent this way in the direction the sun is setting. Yeah, they got no shame. They got no shame to do this, and then to at the same time to say they're not doing it. I mean, it can't be any more of a, you know, a blatant lie than that. Yeah. So rather than a summer's day at the high point of the summer equinox, we've had a day which feels more like spring. It's been really mild. Yeah, well, with most of the sunlight being reflected away from the ground. Yeah, and we've got a huge build-up of cloud, right? And this will presumably continue overnight, where it'll eventually end up in a grey, overcast mess yet again. And that's what I expect tomorrow to be. Tomorrow will be an overcast, grey piece of shit. Just like the whole of spring and summer, well, the majority of spring and summer thus far has been a grey, overcast piece of shit. Yeah, that's your governments and military hard at work. Yeah, well done. I'm sure they are proud, and you are proud of this. Yeah, with your silence is testament to that.